Alrighty. 9 hours, 9 persons, 9 doors. I know nothing. Well, I know one thing, but I've never played the game, so we're going in blind. And, of course, a classic Spike Chunsoft game. I can't wait for everyone to be very normal. Oh, cursor. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. Boat? A loud noise startled Junpei awake, and his eyes snapped open.
What the?
As they adjusted to the light, he realized he didn't recognize it. Now, can we change it? Okay. With a crack, Junpei's head connected with something metal. He rolled over and threw out his hand to steady himself, but he found himself groping at empty air.
Whoa!
His balance lost and his still fuzzy mind struggling to understand what was going on, Junpei tumbled down to the cold, gray floor.
Ouch! God damn it! Ah, what the hell?
Now, the one thing I do know is that the novel screen is the preferred screen because it has more information on it. Junpei glared around the room, still trying to determine where he'd woken up. The fall had shaken the last cobwebs of sleep from his mind, and finally he understood where he'd fallen from.
A bed?
Yeah. A 3-level bunk bed, in fact. Junpei had fallen, apparently, from the topmost bunk.
I fell pretty far. That really hurt.
Yeah, I bet it did. You fell like 8 feet. His shoulder hurt, his knee hurt, his hip hurt. Welcome to being 30, brother. His entire body hurt. He could feel a bump forming on his forehead where he'd slammed it against the low ceiling.
Damn, my eyesight's kind of blurry. Must have hit my head. No, wait. That's not it.
At first he thought the tremor that ran through his legs was just another effect of his rude awakening, but as he looked around, he realized it was real. The whole room was shaking.
An earthquake? But it's shaking too fast for that.
Then again, Junpei had no idea what it was, if not an earthquake.
Anyway.
Junpei rubbed the growing bump on his head and gingerly climbed to his feet. His balance regained, he finally took his first good look around the room. And muttered to himself,
Where am I?
I mean, it's like pretty obviously a boat though, right? Like, where else are you gonna really encounter that kind of bunk bed? Minutes passed while Junpei struggled to get his bearings. Then, as suddenly as they had begun, the tremors ceased.
Wait, it stopped?
A cold silence fell over the room. From somewhere far away, Junpei could hear the sound of metal squeaking.
What's that sound?
In an attempt to distract himself, Junpei looked around the room once more. There was a stove that looked more antique than functional. The 3-level bunk bed had mattresses that were so thin they were little more than blankets. They're not that bad. On the other side of the room was an identical bed, and set on the wall between the beds was a slightly dirty iron door.
That's...
The first thing Junpei noticed about the door was the number roughly emblazoned across it. On the surface of the door, in red paint, someone had written 5. It could be an S, you don't know.
5? What's this 5 mean?
Suspicious, and still, I bet, and still utterly confused, Junpei approached the door slowly. Standing, at last, in front of the door, Junpei grabbed hold of the L-shaped handle. A push yielded no movement, and a pull the same result. Gee, I wonder if this contraption could have something to do with it. It didn't matter how much he pushed and shoved, the handle wouldn't budge. Next to the door was an odd-looking device that reminded Junpei of a card reader.
What's this? Is this keeping the door shut?
Junpei knocked hard on the door.
Hey! Hello? Is anyone there? Open the door!
There was no response. Junpei threw his left fist into the door. It's metal, dog. Don't do that. And stopped.
Huh? What the hell is this?
Ah, this cat. Oh my god. He wasn't really sure what else to say. Oh god. I clicked out of the window. On his left wrist was a bracelet of a sort he'd never seen. The first thing that came to mind for me would not be bracelet. Like, this is a fucked up watch. In the center was a large LCD display.
A watch? It doesn't look like one.
He even described it as a watch. Why did it say a bracelet a second ago?
5. That's the same as the door.
True. The numbers were the same. The door could still be an S, you don't know. But he had no idea what that might mean. All he knew was that it was strange and new, and he wanted it off. Junpei flipped his hand over as if to remove the watch, but...
What? How do I take this off?
Well, you're not supposed to. The other side of the bracelet... Why does the narration say bracelet? Was solid. No buckle, no clasp, nothing. He sighed and flipped the thing back over. There were a number of rivets around the rim of the face. Perhaps.
Maybe pushing something on this will work?
He pushed them, but nothing happened. On a watch, there might be dials for adjusting date or time, but on this bracelet... Why does it keep saying bracelet? I'm getting unreasonably upset that the narration keeps calling it a bracelet while everything else says watch. They did nothing.
Nothing. Damn. Guess I'll have to force it off.
Okay, how are you gonna do that, dog? It's pretty clearly made of metal. Growing more desperate, he began to tug at it. However... Well, what a shock, you weren't able to break the metal thing off. Or the metal bracelet, sorry.
No good. This stupid thing won't come off.
A steel ring rang from the face around Junpei's wrist, and back into the face. He wouldn't be pulling the bracelet off, god damn it, any time in the near future.
What the hell is the deal with this thing?
Frustration and desperation were beginning to mix with the reality as the reality of the situation began to dawn fully on Junpei. I like how the watch is the thing that's really upsetting him here. Please stop. I like how the watch is what's upsetting him, right? Like, not the fact that he's locked in the room, you know, that caused mild irritation at best. But the watch, oh my goodness, that's what's really getting to him. So much was happening, and none of it made sense. Junpei felt as though he were about to explode.
Where am I?
It's a boat, dog. Like, you know... Doesn't the room just scream boat? Please don't do that. Doesn't the room just scream boat?
And why the hell am I here?
You've been kidnapped? You know, I would have thought that much was obvious.
Why?
They never listened to me.
What the hell happened to me?
You got kidnapped. Yeah, there you go.
My head.
That was the one that did it, the guy that looks like Hunk. Pain bloomed, and he did his best to shake it off. He raised his head.
Huh.
It was at that moment that he noticed the window.
The
window was round, rimmed in riveted brass, like a window from an early 20th century ship. Yeah. You're on a boat.
Hold on. Am I on a ship?
Yeah. Junpei walked slowly toward the window. He could see nothing beyond it but thick, impenetrable darkness.
I can't see anything. If only it wasn't so dark outside.
Junpei squinted, trying to see something, anything. It was at that moment.
Huh?
Oh, that's...
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
That's not what you want to hear.
What the hell is going on here?
A crack split the glass of the window, and for a moment Junpei stared at it. Then the window burst, and water began to pour into the room.
What the hell? God damn it!
That's a perfectly valid reaction. Junpei yelled and spun around. His feet slipping on the water already coming through the window, he ran for the door. No.
Hey! Anyone! Is anyone there?
No, I remember this section from Somnium Files. We have to do like a weird card puzzle to open the door.
Come on! If you're there, say something!
There was no reply. As Junpei screamed and pounded on the door, the water began to rise. Damn, that's pretty deep. It was now ankle deep on the floor and rising quickly towards his knees.
It's not stopping. Not good. Not good at all. I need to find a way out, and fast.
Junpei ran a hand across his forehead, brushing the sweat out of his eyes, and looked around the room. Yeah, you didn't need to tell me that. Okay. Back? Thank you. Operations during an escape. During an escape, you are restricted to an area. Your goals, you're making this very difficult. During an escape, you are restricted to an area. Your goal, search around to uncover how to unlock the door. There are items and hints in the room that will help you escape. Click on a location you find suspicious to search the room. Use Q or E to move around the room. Well, this is the obvious place to start right here. About items. Once you've obtained an item, you'll be able to go to the item screen. Clicking item on the top left will take you to the item screen. Thank you. Illuminating. Nothing on the other side. Alright. I don't remember... I remember doing this in the Somnium Files like bonus features, but I don't remember what the exact puzzle was. Investigate with an item. The item visible in the lower left is the item currently in hand. When you close the item screen, the last item you selected will be in hand. If you hold an item while investigating the room, you may trigger a reaction. Try switching out items in hand and search different places. Click the item or press V to quickly change between items. Okay. Picture frame. Open the picture frame. Can we remove the back? But boy. I know it was a DS game, but man, come on. 1P ship there. Combine. Probably need something to take it off, maybe. Doesn't seem like there's anything hidden in the sink. This is the only drain in the room. Well, that's not going to stop this now, is it? Water just keeps pouring through the window. It's like a waterfall. I don't think shoving something into the window is going to stop the water. Thank you for your insights. In other words, if I don't want to die, I need to find a way out of the room. I have to figure this out. Yes, quite so. Anything in the kettle? There is. Let's see if there's anything in here. Looks like there is. Key? Yeah, there's a little blue key in the bottom of this pot. Odd. Alright. I'm looking at a pot lid. Thank you. Illuminating. This is the door to the stove. Well, it opens easily enough. Sure wish the door to get out of here was that easy to open. Screwdriver. Well, that solves the mystery of whether or not the stove has been used before. What's this? It looks red. Please combine with this. Screwdriver gets those screws off easily enough, and here's the picture. There we go. So, there we go. Yes, quite. It's like, you know, and then you look at this, and you go like that. Yeah. Combining items. I already did that. That's okay. I already kind of jumped ahead on that one. Please open the box. No dice, it's locked tight. Please insert the blue key. Alright, let's see what happens if I put this blue key in the keyhole. And nothing. Guess I'm gonna need some sort of code for the dial. Mini-games. During an escape, your investigation may trigger one of several mini-games. All operations for the minigame are done by clicking the screen. Some minigames will require you to manipulate something, while others will only require you apply the right object or click the right thing. Operation instructions. Clicking the dial will cause it to move to the next number. Enter 4 numbers this way and click the key. I did kind of get that vibe. If the numbers are correct, it will unlock. No problem. Oh, fuck, it doesn't go up there. God damn it. Alright, well, second plan. Oh no, this was... okay. Fuck. Damn. Alright, let's investigate the rest of the screen. Yeah. If I whack on the wall a couple of times, might make me feel better. Not gonna help, though. Alright, Junpei, don't freak out. Keep it cool and look around the room for some more clues. What else? What else we got around here? This something? Ah, delightful.
Probably hold on to this key.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
Oh, what's up with my face?
Now is not the time. Also, like, you look fine.
I look like a zombie.
Oh, sorry, I forgot we should be near the screen. His confusion was well justified. His face was drawn and pale, and the dark circles under his eyes made him look as though he was nearly dead. He, like, looks fine, though.
Man, what the hell happened to me? How did I end up here? I left work, headed back to my apartment, and...
Is now the time?
And...
Even as he said it, something in his mind opened, and a memory bobbed to the surface. It was the last thing Junpei remembered before waking up in the strange room. It was past midnight when he came home. Junpei shuffled up to the stairs and opened the door to apartment 201. Inside was his apartment. A small, one-bedroom affair that ran him about $630 a month. Wow. That's a pretty good deal. He moved into it when he entered college, and so far he'd been there for 3 years and 7 months. I bet. He's getting the steal of a deal.
I'm back. Not like anyone will respond.
Alright, bro. Alright. He stepped inside and turned on the lights. The fluorescent lights in the ceiling blinked and flickered slowly to life as if waking from a deep slumber.
Man, work was rough today.
Their cold light illuminated the landscape he'd come home to so many times before. Everything was as he'd left it. The magazines piled up in the corner, the textbooks collecting dust, the CD cases covering the floor. How quaint. The jeans and t-shirt he'd worn the day before, then tossed onto the floor like a disgusting slob. There was one thing that didn't belong, however. The strange man in the gas mask in the corner of the room.
Huh? A breeze.
Oh, never mind. My bad. The white curtain framing his window swayed gently in the cold wind.
That's weird. Did I leave that open?
Now, if you ever come home and you're not sure if you left a door or a window open, your gut reaction should be to assume that you didn't leave it open. Junpei walked toward the window, trying to remember if he'd closed it or not before he left. Oh, do not... as... One of the panes was hanging open. He stuck his head out and looked around.
Everything looks okay.
Well, what the fuck do you mean everything looks okay? Yeah, obviously everything outside your room is going to look normal, isn't it? What the fuck are you talking about?
I must have forgotten to close it.
Why is that what reassured you? Ah, yes, that sure is street outside. Yes, just as I remembered it. I must have just left the window open. Oops, I clicked out of the window again. God fucking damn it. He closed the window. Please stop. Then, it happened. Oh, that's really not what you want to see.
What?
Yeah, man, that's not good. That's pretty rough, buddy. That's rough, buddy. I'd probably die on the spot if I saw that in the window. Oh boy, I don't like that. I've had some bad experiences with people lurking outside my window in the past. Junpei turned and found himself face to mask with a man dressed all in black. The man wore a deep hood and a bulky gas mask. His face was entirely hidden.
Who are...
Suddenly he couldn't finish. Junpei tried to yell, but all he could manage was a strangled croak. Yeah, ma'am.
I can't...
Yeah, ma'am. Junpei collapsed to the floor, a crumpled heap of limbs like a discarded puppet. Too late! He noticed the white smoke that was quickly filling his apartment. A small object, shaped distressingly like a grenade, sat on the floor in front of his face, hissing. The white smoke poured out of it at an incredible rate. The smoke had grown so thick that the details of Junpei's apartment began to fade into the white haze. He could feel his mind beginning to fade, as a white haze that was not the smoke creeping into the edges of his vision.
Consider this a privilege. You have been chosen.
Are you sure that's the voice you want to go for that one? A rasping voice wormed its way out of the gas mask. It was cold and harsh and distorted in some way Junpei couldn't put his finger on. What do you mean? Yeah, it was just distorted. I didn't like it very much.
You are going to participate in the game.
That voice isn't doing it for me, Chief. Can we recast that one real quick? No, not recast. Can we work the filter a little bit more, perhaps?
The memory game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
That was the last thing Junpei remembered. The white smoke overpowered him. The masked man faded from his vision. Now, why are we assuming it's a man, first off? You know. And he felt his consciousness fall into the white mist. We did not ask the masked individual's pronouns. We did not ask their pronouns. We don't know it's a guy.
That son of a bitch must have taken me here.
Now, that seems reasonable.
When I get my hands on him...
We did not ask their pronouns. Always make sure to ask your kidnapper for their pronouns, okay? It's just the polite thing to do. He ground his teeth in frustration. That's bad for you. And strained to remember anything about his attacker's figure. What are you going to remember, dog? Did you not see the flashback? There was, nothing discerning about them.
Well, I guess there's no way to know if that was a man or not.
Exactly. See? You've been very rude, Junpei. Very, very behind the times, I have to say. The voice had been cold and mechanical, likely passed through a voice changer, and the body had been covered in a thick cloak.
Just who was that?
Man, I would not like that very much.
They said, you have been chosen.
What it might mean, that was beyond him. I feel like it was pretty straightforward, a pretty unambiguous sentence, to be honest.
What the hell is going on? Why me?
So, by the way, you still are imminently about to drown. There was only one thing from his memory that seemed important.
You are going to participate in the game.
That's the only thing that stands out as important?
The memory game. It is a game where you will put your life on the line.
That's the only important part? Okay.
The nonary game.
Huh.
What the hell is a nonary game? God damn it!
Yeah, ma'am. With a yell, Junpei drove his fist into the mirror. Oh, good thing you didn't break it. Can you imagine if your luck was even worse right now? Alright, good talk, team. So, what else we got cooking around here? Curtain. There we go. It's just like the brew suitcase. Yep, there's a lock on this one too, and it's not opening. This is terrible news. Alright, let's stick that red key in there. It's not opening. In fact, it's not doing anything at all. Alright, I take that back. I guess I can move the dial now. I can do that. I should pop open. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, so... Let's look at that piece of paper. It's all we've got right now, yes. No, please, item. So we consult this. And we go, alright. There's nothing on the back, right? No. And we go, okay. red upright, 7, then hollow downwards, 7, 4, 6, 3. Yes. 7, 4. Right. Yeah. 7, 4, 6, 3. So, how about that? Is that gonna work? 7, 4, 6, 3. That's disappointing. I won't lie to you. Is there another piece of paper somewhere in the room? Because I'm aware of the color situation. I can't see the bottom of the ladder. Water's already up to the bottom of that. I better hurry this up. Anything under the pillows? I can keep looking till the cows come home. All I'm going to find up here is that pillow. Damn it. Isn't there anything else I can use? Please, like, look under something. There's a pipe at the other end of the bed. There's nothing up there. Well, that's disappointing. Over here. I can reach this bunk. Might as well look through it. Huh. Damn. Nothing here. This one. Oh, here we go. There we go. That's what we wanted to see. Alright. Now, we consult this piece of paper. So, we got... let's start with the blue. So... 6, 3, 0, 2. Yes, right? 6, 3, 0, 2. Yes. I've clicked out of the window again. God damn it. So, yep. 6, 3, nope. 3, damn it. 2. Am I being colorblind right now? What happened here? Oh, no. I see my mistake. It's 0, 2, 6, 3. Yes. 6, 3. Because there's the line at the bottom. I was reading them the wrong way. Alright, let's see if these numbers work. A turn of the key, and hey, looks like it's working. Yes. Alright, let's open it up. Yes, it opened. Looks like there's something in here. What is this? A file? File screen. If you find any documents or notes during an escape, the information contained in them will be available on the file screen. Press right arrow to open the file screen? That's a weird choice. Alright, let's see what's in this file. Digital root? Let's see here. Compute a digital root with the following steps. First, add all the numbers in question to one another. Oh, fuck. If you end up with something greater than a single-digit number, add the digits to one another. For instance, if you have a double-digit number, add the number in the tens place to the number in the ones place. Keep adding digits in this manner until you have a single-digit answer. That final single digit is your digital root. EX, the digital root of 6, 7, 8 would be, so 6 plus 8, 12 plus 7 is 19. 1 plus 9 is 10. 1 plus 0 is 1. So the digital root would be 1. 3. Fuck! Oh, god damn it. I already fucked up. Of course, you have to add them all together first. I see. Therefore, the digital root of 6, 7, 8 is 3. The digital root of 1, so that's 1 plus 2, 3 plus 3, 6 plus 4, 10. And then 10 plus 1, or 10 plus 1. 1 plus 0 is 1. So this one's 1, right? Yes, I'm a genius. Therefore, the digital root of 1, 2, 3, 4 is 1. I see. Thank you for this math question, or this math lecture, while I'm about to fucking drown, by the way. So I just keep adding numbers until I get a single-digit number. Oh, looks like there's something else in the back of this thing. A notebook, a pen, a calculator. And a stack of key cards. Huh. Yeah. New material has been added to the file screen. Calculator. Press, oh fuck, it's got a calculator built in. Let's go. The calculator can also calculate a digital root, which will be important to the progression of the story. Oh, the story in general, not just this. I see. Alright. Now. For this one, it's 7, 4, 8, 5, 7. I don't want to have to, like, manually write something down. 7, 4, 8, 5. 7, 4, 8, 5. I'm a genius. I unlocked it. It's opening. Ah, just more cards. If you open this one first, you'd be like, oh, okay. Alright, so now. Probably combine the cards. No? Alright, fair enough. Alright, now, let's come over here. These cards with numbers on them. I'm pretty sure this is where I'm supposed to use them. Alright, let's slide these cards and see if they work. And... Yeah, we need to figure out, like, a digital root, you know, yeah. Huh? It's not working. Why? Damn it. No, that's right. I still have cards I haven't used. Yeah. Damn it. Not again. There aren't any more cards in here. I've only got one other hint. Of course, the files. That file said something about a digital root. Correct. A digital root. The digital root, huh? What am I supposed to do with? There's a 5 on the door. So I have to get a digital root of 5. I'm not really sure about this. Whatever, it's worth a shot. Alright, let's see if this works. I'll just slide the cards that give me the digital root of 5 through the reader. Operating instructions. Click 3 cards to select them. The digital root of the selected cards will be displayed. Clicking okay. After you've selected 3 cards, click on the device. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. This is going to take me a second here. Alright, so... 6 plus 3. So let's do it like 3, 6, 7. 3 plus 6, 9. We want to get to 14. So... How do you get to 14? You do 6, 7, 1. Because 1 plus 6, 7. 7 plus 7, 14. 1 plus 4 is 5. Yes. 1, 6, 7. Alright, I think this is gonna work. There we go. That's a new noise. Huh? Did it just unlock? I'm a genius. Well, that didn't take as long as I thought it would. The light was red, now it's blue. No doubt about it. There's nothing keeping me in here now. Time to go. Delightful. Yeah. Let's go. I'm so fucking smart. I'm a genius. I did basic math. Yeah, man. Accompanied by a wall of angry water, Junpei shot out of the room and into the opposing wall.
Ow!
Now, close the door. The water tossed and turned him like a washing machine, and he only stopped rolling when he hit his head on the wall.
My head!
A bad day for your head, brother.
Wait, is it over?
Oh, not even close, but we got out of the room.
Whew. That felt too much like being flushed down a toilet. Damn.
That's really not what my first thought would have been, but, you know. Junpei struggled to his feet in the still rushing water.
Well, better than drowning, I guess. Am I in a hallway?
Close the door. Wait, why are you surprised you're in a hallway? You were obviously on a fucking boat, yes. The water that had followed him out of the room was rapidly pouring out of the door. It flowed quickly down the hallway and slammed into the foot of the short flight of stairs. Oh. The boat's going to sink. Just 5 steps, in fact. And at the top of this short staircase...
A door. Another door.
Maybe...
This water. God, let me go.
I think you should have tried to close that door first, but... Junpei leapt up the stairs straight for the door.
Oh, yes, it opened.
Oh, that's a nice change of pace. The door burst open and Junpei exploded out of it, only to freeze in his tracks. What other possible response could there have been to what he saw?
What? What the hell?
Why are you so surprised to see this? This is what shocked you? His voice trailed off and all he could do was stare. A polished floor stretched out before him, ornate staircases running up from the edges, each one of them equidistant from the others. Why, my man's never seen a fucking staircase before. The stairs and pillars were solid wood, and Art Nouveau embellishments and decorations covered the walls and pillars. Now, is Junpei thinking, the Art Nouveau embellishments and decorations? Or is that the narrator? Because if it's Junpei, boy, we've got a grade A fucking nerd on our hands right here. It looked nothing so much as the entrance to a luxurious mansion from the early 1900s.
This is the inside of a ship?
Yes. Why are you so surprised? This doesn't look surprising to me at all that this would, like, if you're on, like, a cruise liner, is this not what you would expect to find? I get that you don't know you're on a cruise liner at the moment, but you know you're on a fucking boat. Surely it isn't a huge leap. Junpei couldn't... I'm getting so irrationally angry about stupid things. The fucking bracelet, the staircase, like... Junpei couldn't help but wonder.
Well...
The water quickly filling the hallway behind him suggested that yes, he was. Are you saying this was still up in the air? As he looked, a fresh wave rolled out of the room he'd been in, gathering speed as it moved toward the stairs.
Yeah, that's what I thought. This is totally, Wait, what the hell?
Close the
A
door.
wave?
Close the door.
Shit! Shit! Okay, I gotta get out of here.
Junpei spun around, his wet shoes squeaked. Oh, his socks have got to be soaked. Ooh, oh, we hate to see it. And ran toward the tremendous staircase in front of him.
C deck. B deck. Hurry! Hurry!
The boat is gonna say, you really should have closed that door. As he ran, he quickly glanced at the plates mounted on the wall, denoting the decks of the ship.
A deck's next.
He took the stairs 2 at a time, not entirely sure where he would find himself. Just as he began to wonder where, in fact, the stairs did lead.
What?
Hey, yo. Hello there. Hi. Hey. Hey there. Junpei saw another person out of the corner of his eye.
People.
Yeah. Only one of them looking even remotely normal. He stopped short, nearly tripping over the next stair, and looked. It wasn't just one person he'd seen. On the landing to the left of the stairs, there were 4 people staring at him. Is that fucking Gumshoe if he had hair? On the right side, 3 more.
A lot of people.
All told, there were 7 of them, but there's supposed to be 9. It looked as though they had been on their way down the stairs. They'd stopped short when they saw Junpei, their eyes wide. He'd done the same, of course, and now they stood staring at one another. Why is that? What's up with this guy, man? So we were about to drown. Junpei didn't move, one foot placed awkwardly on the next step in the middle of a stride. Who were these people? This entire interaction lasted only a matter of seconds. The woman spoke to Junpei, and time began to move again.
I guess it's another one of us now.
Yeah?
A dancer.
The woman was dressed, Junpei thought, rather like a dancer. Yeah. Yeah, I had guessed that that was what he thought. Her clothes covered very little, and her prodigious jewelry little more. Oh, her prodigious jewelry, you say?
No, I'm not. You better get moving.
With no further do you want to maybe do a second take of that one, actually? With no further ceremony, she ran straight past Junpei and toward the doors behind him.
Oh, well, okay then.
Okay. The sudden proximity of a woman with such striking assets left Junpei momentarily stunned. Yeah, this is a Spike Chunsoft game, alright. But the others wasted no time and quickly followed the strange woman.
Silver hair?
Huh?
The first to pass Junpei was a young man with silver hair. He threw a quick glance in Junpei's direction as he ran, muttering,
One of us, huh?
What?
Nothing.
Okay. Following him was an older man, his face calm and without fear. I don't know that that's what I would describe his facial expression as. Soft wrinkles sprouted from his eyes, and he came close enough as he passed for Junpei to see wisps of gray in his hair. His composure and the shock of hair struck Junpei as rather like that of an elderly lion.
Going up won't do you any good. There are 2 doors, but neither of them will open.
Wait, hold on. The doors won't open?
The next to speak to Junpei was a girl with pink hair and a high voice.
Come on! Aren't you coming? You gotta hurry!
Her small hand wrapped around the wrist of another man. His eyes were closed, almost as though he were sleeping. His features were graceful, almost serene, and he was dressed rather elegantly for someone his age. What do you mean, for someone his age? The dude looks pretty old. Something about his posture seemed very refined, and Junpei couldn't help feeling he was noble and dignified somehow. But he didn't even do the top button up on his shirt. You lost me, dog. You lost me. What the fuck's with this cord over here as well? He'd certainly never seen one, but this man seemed like what Junpei always imagined a prince would be like. No. Me and Junpei are not gonna see eye to eye on many things. I can already tell, man. That is not what my first thought would be looking at this guy.
That's 9 of us then.
But no, there were 4 on the one, 3 on the other. Where's the 9th person?
All of the cards are in hand.
What does that mean? But there were 4 on the one, 3 on the other, plus us, that's 8. Where's the 9th person you're talking about? Junpei opened his mouth to ask what the other man had meant, but the girl with pink hair rushed past him.
Wait! They're gone. Just what is going on?
Well, the ship's sinking, for one thing.
There's an old man like a lion, a girl with pink hair, and a prince, and I have no idea what they're talking about.
I might have to change to the Japanese voice actors, dude. I gotta be honest, it's not doing it for me. Can you do that? Oh fuck. Is this settings? No, that's the calculator, of course, my bad. It did have a digital root button, in fact. Probably would have to go to the main menu. We'll see about that next time. He turned just in time to see 2 more people running toward him. Boy, this guy, he's a little intense. One of them had hair like a bird's nest and looked like though a stiff breeze might topple him. Now the other was a veritable mountain of a man. Finally, 2 normal descriptions for these people.
Ah!
You're killing me, man. The scrawny one scuttled past Junpei as though he were running from something.
What was that all about?
Hey! What the hell are you just standing there for?
Finally, someone who's putting a little spirit into it.
Didn't you hear him?
That's all you've got to say.
The doors on A deck are no good.
Okay.
We gotta check the doors on B deck. Got it? Now go!
He's putting his back into it. Gotta respect that. Before he had a chance to respond, the man laid a massive hand on Junpei's shoulder. With no more effort than Junpei would have used to brush aside a fly, the man shoved him out of the way.
Oh.
Whoa. Whoa. Thrown off balance by the man in recent events, it took Junpei a few steps to get his bearings. He finally regained his balance and looked up at what the other 7 had been running toward.
Hey, man, that was dangerous.
Huh?
There were 2 pairs of large doors set into the wall in front of him. They looked quite sturdy. They're metal, yes, and each had handles jutting from them. Written across the surface of each door was, in red paint, was a number. Nah, I already get it. You open the door, like everybody's gonna have a different watch bracelet. It's gonna have a number on it. To go through the door, you need to combine the watches in a way that makes the number on the door. The bracelets, not the watches. The door on the right.
4. And this one says 5. The same.
Now, but could we do a digital route, right? I'm gonna think about this every time we encounter a number, right? If we did a digital route, could we get, like, more people through the door? Because 4 would obviously, like, 1 plus 3 surely would do the job. But could we do a digital route to get, like, multiple people more through the door, even if it was a low number? Hey, it's not worth worrying about, you know? The guy Junpei had decided to call Silver was mumbling to himself. Okay, you could ask him his fucking name, but I guess we're friendly enough that we can start with the nicknames right off the bat.
The room I woke up in had a number on the door just like that.
You too, eh?
With an arched eyebrow, the lion looked over at Sil. Imagine you meet someone and you just decide to start calling them the lion.
My cell was the same. The number upon the door. I opened it, ran down the hallway outside, and found myself in a rather grand room full of stairs, as I suspected the rest of you.
Did you also have to do the digital route? As though it was as though the floodgates had been opened. They all began to talk at once.
Me too.
Same for me. There was a door with a number on it.
Did you have to do the digital route? It soon became clear that each of them had awoken in a room with a locked door and solved a puzzle to escape. They haven't said that yet, but I guess it's a reasonable assumption. Question, did you all almost drown? Almost as though they'd been guided there.
Yes, we all saw the same thing. That's not important. We need to hurry.
You think I don't know that lady?
Before the dancer, she already said she's not a dancer. Silverhead was already running.
Open! Damn it!
He grabbed hold of the door labeled 5 and pulled. Damn, he's making the metal creak. He's putting some elbow grease into that. However...
Fuck, it's not opening. This damn thing won't even budge.
Watch your fucking mouth.
Out of my way!
Oh, the mountain. Come on, man. You got this. So what if it's solid fucking metal? You've got this. His path cleared, he took a few steps back and then threw himself at the door. What if it's a pull door? Once. Twice. Thrice. Fourths? Nah. Have you tried pulling? The door shook as his body slammed into it, but showed no sign of breaking or opening. It is metal. It is amazing he even attempted, but I guess if you were panicked, I suppose I might do the same. The mountain threw himself at the door again.
Body slam from a guy that big didn't even budge it.
It's made of metal.
There must be some other way.
Junpei turned towards door 4. Next to it on the wall was a small box. Vacant.
This looks just like the device next to the door in that room earlier.
I've got to be honest with you, dude. It looks very little like it. Like, it's reminiscent, but I would not say, you know.
So that means this door is probably locked too.
Holy shit, dude. What a fucking insight from fucking Junpei right there. I hadn't even considered the possibility the door is locked.
But still...
Why does he sound like he's in a metal room when he's thinking? He had to check. Junpei grabbed a handle and threw all his weight into it. Do you want to do a second take? It was locked as tight as the door next to it, as he'd expected.
Damn it!
Junpei punched the door. It did not respond. Amazing.
Are there any other doors?
He'd barely finished the thought when the sea deck plate he'd passed on the way up sprang, unbidden, to his mind. His body moved before he had time to think. Junpei turned and ran back toward the stairs. He had scarcely taken a step when, at the top of the stairs, next to an ornate clock embedded in the wall, he saw a person. Ah, the 9th one. It was a very normal-looking person. She looked to be the same age as Junpei. Ah, this is the romantic interest. He froze, unable to look away from her face. Oops, I've clicked out of the window yet again. He wasn't confounded by her beauty or something equally silly. Oh, well, that's a pleasant surprise. No, there was another reason he couldn't take his eyes off the girl. Junpei had seen her somewhere before. He couldn't quite remember where, but he knew. He knew he'd met her before. The girl, too, stared at Junpei, similarly stunned. Her response suggested she'd seen him before as well.
Huh?
No. Without saying a word, Junpei slowly walked toward her. She didn't move. It was almost as though she was held in place by some sort of magic spell. As Junpei stepped onto her landing, the spell broke. No sooner had he set his foot down than the whole ship shook a second time. The quake caught the girl unprepared and she fell.
Watch out!
Moving on instinct, Junpei leapt to catch her. Or so he thought.
Oh.
Her face was far closer than it should have been, mere inches from his own.
Yeah.
He was flat on his back, and she had landed squarely on top of him. The girl seemed as confused as he did, and her face suggested she still hadn't fully recovered from seeing him. Damn, dude. Ah, fuck, she has to physically recover from laying eyes on you. We hate to see it. For a moment, that seemed to stretch on for a very long time. They stared at one another. Man, her hair really looks like it clicks into place, doesn't it? It just looks like it's two pieces that just, like, into place. The ship stopped shaking. Everything was quiet. Water could be heard from the bottom of the ship, lapping faintly at walls and ceilings, but eventually that faded as well. The silence was complete, a thick, muffling blanket. At last, the girl opened her mouth.
Oh my gosh! Is that you, Jumpy?
No. She doesn't call you Jumpy. Jumpy. I don't like that. Jumpy. Jumpy. Her words echoed through Junpei's head, and suddenly his memory returned.
Akane.
Why hadn't he realized it before? The girl was Akane Kurashiki. She and Junpei had been friends in childhood. They'd gone to elementary school together for 6 years. But what was she doing on the ship? Her soft eyes were only inches from his own. He could feel the warmth of her face. Feelings he'd thought long forgotten began to work their way to the surface. He could feel his face heating up. At that moment... Oh my god, it's gotten worse.
What?
What's that voice?
They hurriedly untangled themselves from one another and struggled to their feet. Their 7 companions had heard the voice as well, and many of their faces had gone pale. They looked around frantically, desperate to locate the source of the voice. At last, they found it. A speaker set in the ceiling. Can you imagine trying to understand what this guy was saying without subtitles? Sorry, I just assumed their gender. I scolded Junpei for doing that, and then I did it 30 minutes later. The voice was harsh, obscured occasionally by the crackle of static. It's unintelligible if you don't have subtitles.
This is...
Junpei recognized it. How could he have forgotten it?
That guy in the gas mask!
No, we already established we don't know their gender.
Hey, asshole! What the hell is this? Come on out here. I want to get a look at you.
What do you mean to do to us?
Some of you, I know, are familiar with this game. The Nonary game. It is a game where you put your life on the line.
Nonary game.
What the hell's that?
The voice continued, implacable.
The rules of the Nonary game can be found upon your persons. They are simple rules. Read them.
What is he talking about?
Hey, there's something in my pocket. Check this out.
Silver reached into his pocket and pulled out a small piece of paper. The rest of them reached into their own pockets and pulled out similar strips of paper. Junpei followed suit and dug into the pocket of his pants. He felt the telltale crumple of paper, slightly damp from his earlier ordeal.
Hey, I got one too.
Then it would seem Zero has seen fit to grace us each with a letter. Would you mind terribly reading it to us, young man?
Why can't y'all can't read? His request had been delivered to Junpei, who after a short moment of surprise did as he'd been asked.
On this ship, you will find a handful of doors emblazoned with numbers.
Well, oh yeah, so checks out so far.
We will call them the numbered doors.
That seems like a reasonable thing to call them.
The doors in front of you are a pair of the same.
Mm-hmm.
The key to opening these numbered doors are the numbered bracelets that each of you possess.
Indeed, yes, yes.
Should you total the numbers on your numbered bracelets and find that the digital root of that number is equal to the number of that door, the door will open.
It has to be a digital root. I thought you would be able to do like 1 plus 3. How silly of me. Of course you would need to do a digital root for all of them.
Only those who have opened the door may pass through. There are, however, limits.
I suppose that makes sense, because otherwise you would be able to just split up, right? You'd be able to have one person go through every door. Naturally, you wouldn't want that, right? So you would, of course, this makes sense in hindsight.
Only 3 to 5 people can pass through one numbered door. All those who enter must leave, and all who enter must contribute.
Well, if there's 9 people, don't you always have to do that? No, of course not. You could do 5 and 4. I'm an idiot.
So this thing on my arm is a bracelet.
It's a watch. He glanced around. It looked like everyone else had one as well, and had come to much the same conclusion.
The purpose of the game is simple. Leave this ship alive.
So couldn't you could just leave someone to die, though, couldn't you? Because what if the groups were like, I don't like you, and they did 4 and 4? You would just, like, leave that dude behind, you know?
It is hidden, but an exit can be found. Seek a way out. Seek a door that carries a 9.
There's one last thing I must tell you. As you have no doubt surmised, this ship has begun to sink on April 14, 1912. The famous ocean liner Titanic crashed into Earthquake.
Dude, that was so fucking unintelligible.
After remaining afloat for 2 hours and 40 days, it sank beneath the waters of the North Atlantic. We will give you more time. Neither of us. Now is the time we will be giving to make your escape.
The voice finished and the speaker went silent.
I hear a bell.
I think it's coming from over by the stairs.
It's the clock telling us the time.
Everyone had their eyes on the antique clock embedded in the wall. 7. 8. 9. The name of the game, wow! The sound of the 9th bell faded. The 10th never came.
It rang 9 times, so 9 o'clock then?
I think it's 9 p.m. I couldn't see anything when I tried looking out the window earlier. It has to be nighttime.
If that is the case, then we would need to escape by 6 a.m. tomorrow.
Now it is time. Let our game begin. I wish you all the best of luck.
We love a death game.